Hello, welcome back to Advent of Code 2021. Today we're working on day 10 and we're going to solve that. Let's get started. Don't hesitate to drop a comment, by the way. I'm really enjoying those and try to reply as much as possible. So don't hesitate to drop a comment, a like and everything. Let's start talking about our input. So I've read the prime statement already. This is our input. I'm gonna paste here. And actually, before reading the prime statement and everything, I'm just gonna start by reading the input correctly. Okay, and we don't need to pass each line into a number. So here we're just, as every day, we are loading the lines just to make sure wait. Here I'm doing something bad, which is I'm modifying the template.js. Host made a big mistake. Okay, so I've just removed this one and I'm logging the lines. Node day 10.js. So I've increased the fonts a little bit after seeing some comments asking me to increase a bit the size. Let me know if this is big enough. I'm gonna make a bit of room here. And yeah, this is the input I'm getting. So this is an array of strings that should be good for this prime statement. So the prime statement here that we have is we need to make sure when there is something that is opened, it needs to be closed with the same kind of bracket. So here, like this is a parenthesis or square bracket, braces, like these are correct strings and this is an incorrect one. So we need to check the one that closes with the wrong character. That's what we care about. So here what we need to do is we need to remember the one that needs to be closed. Remember here we know, okay, we need to have like a parenthesis, a closed parenthesis. Then we go to the next one, we say, okay, this is square bracket. So before the parenthesis, we need closing square bracket. That's what we're gonna need to do. And yeah, so that's gonna be a stack that we're gonna be using. That's really, when you see this kind of problem, you need to think stack right away because this is the data structure of choice. This is a queue, first in, first out. And yeah, that is it. So here in JavaScript, a stack is an array. An array, to use an array as a stack, you need to use .pop to remove an element from the stack and .push to put an element on top of the stack. And that's it. You just use those two JavaScript methods and you've got a stack. That's really nice. So now we're gonna need to do, first of all, we're gonna do a for loop because we need to work for each of the line of the input here. And then here we're gonna do another for loop. Oops. Let me just restart. I'm not using the shortcut correctly. Here I need to do line and this is good. So now we need to say if this is something that is opening, then we need to push something on top of the stack. So if test element, we need to say if this is opening parenthesis. So here we need to escape in a regular expression. We don't need, to be honest, I don't know exactly what we need to escape and what we don't need to escape in the regular expression. I think this we need to. So we need also to take into account this character. So actually, let's just, if we do that, should work correctly here. So in order to test our regular expression, we are going to just run something here. I'm gonna say this test. We're gonna try each of them, because regular expression, it's really easy to make it bad. So parentheses, this is true. This one, this is true. And if you put another character, this is false. So we have the correct regular expression that match everything that opens. So now when it opens, we need to say stack dot push the element. So we can choose to push the element or to push the corresponding closing character. We don't really care. Here we can say closing char. So we need to do that for each of these. So for this one, the closing character is the closing parentheses. This is not really interesting, to be honest, but the computer don't know these things, so you need to define it somewhere. So sometimes in some program statement you have some stuff that you need to input yourself, and that's not the fun part, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So here, instead of pushing this, we're gonna push the closing character of the element, and we say, okay, we need to expect this one. And here, if we don't have an opening, something that opens, we need to make sure this is exactly equal to the, did I say stash? Oh no, that's a mistake, that's a stack. So here we need to say const expected. The expected character is stack.up. And here we say if expected is not the same as element, in that case we have a corrupted line. So here we say corrupted line. And what do we need to store? When we detect a corrupted line, we need to store the first illegal character, and we need to store how many points we want. Here we're going to create a new array here. That's going to be a new object that's going to be points, and I'm just going to do another this data entry scenario. 57 closing brace. I need to double check the name of these. So here I'm just going to copy paste not to make a mistake. 357. Yes. So do we need the total score? We need the total score. Oh, we need to multiply. Okay, that's going to be fun. So that is going to be fun. So let's just const found. Here we're just going to do it very simple. First of all, we don't want to write too much complex code right away. And here this is element. That is the invalid one, right? That's the so the illegal character. So for example here, there are two illegal characters. Okay, so this is element here that we need to push, and here we're just going to be logging the found. That's going to be it. Let's remove the debug here. We can remove also stack example that I was showing. So we have curly bracket or brace parentheses bracket, parenthesis, and thingy. This is good. So now we need to do the right computation for the score. So here, you know what? We're just going to be doing that way because we have 4 characters. We're going to say found. So here we're just going to say found of element plus plus. So now when we display found, we have nice array, and here we need to say object.keys of found, and we map. So basically, object keys found is just a way to loop over each of the key of this object. And here we map, have the key, and we need to return point of key times found of key. I believe this is what we need to do. And then we need to sum everything. Okay, then we need to say reduce a b a plus b starting with the value 0. That's how you do a sum of an array in JavaScript. And here const score. So here we can log the score. And I think we should be good. We have a huge score, and this is exactly the score that is expected. So we're gonna run that on the full input. That looks massive. And here is answer. Yes, this is good. Let's go to part 2. I'm gonna read that. Okay, I've got good news. The good news is that we just need to find the string that complete the line. That's really good because basically this is exactly what we have in our stack. So that's perfect because we're just going to be able to reuse the data structure that we've used already. It's going to be smooth. The one thing though is we need to discard the lines that are invalid, incorrect character. And that's just going to be slightly annoying because we put like everything in here. No, I think that should be fine. Actually, I think we're going to reuse some of the stuff that we've wrote already. So we need to get the stack again, the closing char. We don't care about the point and the found. Actually, we do care about the points, but the points are going to change now. So this is similar start. We want to do the same. When we have an opening character, we add the closing character to the stack. And when the character is not matching the expected element, then this is a corrupted line. And here, one thing that I wasn't doing is here we need to break. Oh, that's good that it didn't create any issue. Here we need to break. We need to say, okay, this is actually, let's run the code again just to make sure the first part is the same. And the first part is the same. Okay, so we're good. So actually here, let's say let corrupted false. Here we say corrupted equal true. So here we say if not corrupted and the stack.length is more than 0, then here we know that we have incomplete line. Or incomplete sequence, incomplete line, let's say that. And now we need to find the completion. And the idea is that if the the beginning of the line was that. We pushed in our stack, first we pushed the closing bracket, then we pushed the closing brace. So now if we want the string that closes that, we need the reverse of the stack. We need to join that. That is going to be it. We need to say stack.reverse.join. And here, completion. I don't know if completion is the right word. Let's see. How do they call that? Closing characters. Let's see. Let's write that. Closing chars. Let's say console log closing chars. We want to reuse these things. So here we are reusing the small input and idea. Okay, there's a bug here. Found is not defined. Yeah, I think I'm. Where am I? Part 2. Part 2. There is no found here. We just want to say, okay, this line was corrupted. Just bail out of this line, and we don't care about the corrupted line. We just care about the incomplete one. So here, this is if stack.length is equal to 0, it means this is a complete line, so we don't care about that. So here we just have incomplete lines. Let's look at that. I believe there is an issue. So here we're going to write line and closing chars. Let's do that. Yeah, you can see that there is some kind of a mistake here. Oh, I think I see what's happening. The stack should actually be something that is just happening inside the line. So I don't know how this code was working previously. The stack should always be just for the current line. Oh my god, I don't know. I can't even, I don't understand how my code passed the first part. That's crazy. So doesn't look correct. Oh, it does look correct. Wait, let's see, let's check. It does look quite correct. Okay, so we have the correct answer for that. Let's just make sure, yeah, we fixed for the part 1. Here for part 2, we fixed. The stack is just happening, it's just focused on the current line. So we have our closing characters, these ones. Now we just have to compute the score. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Assuming this is the same order. Yes, this is the same order. And now we need to go through each element. Okay, so now we need to say for loop again. I think I is no, I isn't. Just always, you have to always be careful when using the variable I that is not used already above you. So yeah, not used. So now I can say closing chars.length, and here we say we need the score. Const scores. So let score is equal to 0. Here we say score times equal 5, score plus equal points. Is it point or points? Oh, I just say point. Let's say points. How many points for each character? Points of element. And here we do scores that push score, and now we should have here, no, here we should console log the scores. Let's see. I really like having intermediate checks. So here. Is this the right answer? This looks like the right answer. I'm not going to check everything, but approximately looks the right thing. So now we want the middle score. And you know what? The middle score is the median. And we've actually used the median in day, not 9. When was it? It feels it was yesterday. 7. Median is day 7. So why not just copy pasting this little fill? Here we're gonna say taken from day 7, and everything should be correct already. So here we should just console log median of scores. Let's see if this is correct. I have 288. Yeah, that is the best stuff, is when you can reuse code that you wrote in the past. It's just the most fantastic feeling. Just reusing code. Okay, so this is a huge number. I'm afraid this could be wrong. Let's see. This is right. Thank you so much for another day, for following this series. I'm really enjoying, as I was saying, answering comments. So don't hesitate to share your thoughts, share your suggestions to improve the stream or improve the code, and not the stream, the video. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.